Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to The Medium by Design. So, a new group got my attention recently, the Sirian Council. And I found this very interesting. They came to my attention. I said, all right, let's see what you guys have to share. And there's no mystical way that I do this. Somebody gets my attention, and then I'm writing from them. And one day I might do a video and show you how easy this is for me. It's not difficult. I encourage you to try writing from your soul and your spirit guides. They're all there to help us, and it's very easy to access. All you have to do is relax, move your mind out of the way and any expectations you have, and just ask anything you want and see what information comes through. That's how easy this is. Now, my ego mind may not like what I get. That's irrelevant. Whether I like it or not doesn't matter. As long as the communication is strong, that's what matters. And that the clarity is there and the wisdom. That's what matters. And that's what we get from the Sirians. So here's what they had to say. Yes, you do know us, and so does your friend and comrade Jesus. So they're referring to other timelines that we have worked together on other galactic God projects, and now have come together for this Earth Humanity Assistance Project. There have been many changes as well as battles raging over the last 50 years or longer. There are those that have remained on the planet and continue to return to create or attempt to create an agenda-ridden reality that would prove to do harm to and keep humanity in a weakened state. So they're talking about some of the history of souls that have come that are really against humanity. You are going through this feeling as you recuperate from this recent heart episode. In your being, you feel this is completely foreign and should never have happened. Your understanding of your history and the many timelines you are or have been part of this reality does not make sense. That's been my whole problem, because in my soul history, cutting the sternum and pulling the chest open, I don't remember any timeline that we did that. And I did a lot of healing over the centuries, over the thousands of years that I was incarnated. And I don't remember anything this barbaric. So this is a whole new experience, and it feels like it's way back, I can't describe it. It just feels like it's a de-evolution. That's the word I want. A de-evolution process, whereas in other timelines, we were advanced, and we did advanced healing technologies, and we didn't have to break open the body like this. So they know that that's on my mind. How could it be when this type of intervention is completely foreign to you, the surgery, it is slightly more difficult for a soul to be living in this timeline that remembers other timelines that were apparently better from your perspective? And that's what I'm going through. I remember a lot of my soul's history, and a lot of timelines we were more advanced. It's just a fact in my reality. Even though there are many things that are easier in this timeline, the slavery, distraction, and weakness you experience and witness with humanity is a completely unknown and new realization. Being part of civilizations that utilize their gifts to the maximum available energy and expression, and then having to witness an entire race that never realized they could do this, is simply a strange phenomena. So see the contrast? They are showing me that because of my soul's history and memories of other timelines where we were advanced, we were highly intellectual and highly developed, and our medical procedures were highly developed. And then I come into this, and the average person thinks we're very advanced. We're not. The old souls know that. And the old souls are the ones that are trying to bring the med beds and this seemingly new technology, which is actually old. So it's just interesting. than to see so many dealing with the imposed limitations of this physical body in this timeline, and suffering is almost too much to bear. Now that reminded me of the reference that we used to live for hundreds of years. That was common. We didn't die at 70, 80, 90, or make 100 and then leave. No, we lived another century, and many people will not believe this, but it's true. We had different ways of living and expression, and our bodies developed. They were developed and they handled life very differently from what's happening now. And many of you who have been exposed to things know that there are many things in the world today that are purposely put in place to not allow that to happen. And you know what they are because each one of you is exposed to your own truth and information, and I'm not here to do anything about that. That's what you need to follow, whatever makes sense to you. We are here to share that there are solutions, answers, and changes in the works. Just tap into those higher energies and see what you feel, sense, and see as the visions come to you so easily. There is much more to come as the cleanup crew literally throws those who have been in the way and causing harm right off the planet. It is hard to believe that people could actually be put off planet, but it is happening as we share with you. The idea that people would literally disappear from a life seems so far-fetched, but realize it is necessary to achieve the highest goals that have been set for this timeline. So you see, again, contrast. What we're seeing in the world seems very low level, controlling, manipulative, and damaging to humanity. And they're saying there were goals set for this timeline that we have not met yet. And in order for that to happen, there are cleanup crews coming in. We will continue to be part of this transition, bring information, light codes, and the highest and best frequencies to humans that can utilize this energy to raise their physical bodies to a natural, high state of being and functioning. Yes, we believe and know that there will be humans who raise their physical frequencies to a point where their bodies will not function in the limited fashion they function now. No, they will slow aging, rejuvenate faster, and simply be less troublesome than they have been. You will also not have to clear ancient wounds, pains, and issues that you carried into this life from other timelines. That way of clearing will end, and it will only be necessary to work with the correct frequencies as you did thousands of years ago. I know this may not be what you want to hear after you had to go through this current medical intervention, but realize it was completely necessary to keep you on the planet. You remain a needed piece to the puzzle and will get to enjoy a few more years/decades to touch people, share some good news, and show humanity how connected they really are. So you see, again, and I have older messages that talked about us becoming more advanced again, getting our powers back, being able to live longer, anti-aging, all these wonderful things. I have to tell you, though, with this heart intervention, which they say we really didn't have a choice. They had to do this physical heart intervention to keep me on the planet. But I will tell you that knowing about these other healing technologies and the idea of frequency healing everything, that clash, those two reality clashes really bothered me. I was really hoping I could get to a med bed or have some other experience with just frequencies. And I had done a lot of energetic healing before the surgery, but now, hindsight, I was preparing for the surgery and I didn't know it. I did all this great stuff so that I would go into surgery in great shape to be ready for the surgery. So anyway, this is the Sirians. This is what they're bringing, the higher perspectives back so that we remember, the old souls remember how it's supposed to be, and that there are still wonderful, high-level goals set out for this timeline, and those of us that know that keep that reality in our minds, keep it in our vision, and hold that truth so that the rest of the planet, those that would like to see that, get on board. And that gets me to this idea of the split. You'll hear a lot of people online talk about the split of the earths. What you're actually witnessing is people continuing to create their own reality. And I love this girl on TikTok. She explained this so articulately and so perfectly. You're in your own reality, and you're looking outside, and you're witnessing people in their reality doing things that make no sense to you, that you do not resonate to. Those people are not allowed in your reality because you're creating your reality and they're creating theirs. So when they talk about the split of the earths, that makes a lot more sense to me. That since everyone's allowed to create their own reality, that if you stay in your bubble and keep creating your reality, you can keep meeting those people that match and are part of your reality, supportive of your thing, and those that don't are removed. You can still see them, you can still witness them, but you don't have any interaction anymore. That is a much better explanation in my perception. I like that. My mind can grasp that a lot easier than some of the higher ascension verbiage and starts to sound like mumbo jumbo and just doesn't make any sense. I need grounded concepts that I can experience, right? I have Pisces rising. I mentioned that I'm an Aries with Leo moon, but I have Pisces rising. So everything in my life is sensing and feeling. That's why everything has to be through the spiritual lens, right? That's my whole life's work, my whole life experiences. I'm sensing this, I'm feeling that. I don't feel I should do that. It's all, as Barbara Lynn, my first astrology reader when I was in my mid-20s, she said to me, "You were born with a very powerful antenna. You must use it." And I would say this to all of you. If you use your antennae to sense what is for your highest good and things you need to let go of, move away from, there's your best discerning tool. Your innate power will show you what is right for you, what's for your highest best, and what you should steer away from. It's not all just in the mind. It's a sense of feeling, and the heart is the antenna that does that. You can feel and sense the energies and then move forward appropriately. So with that, I'll end this video. Thank you again for staying with me. Subscribers, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe. Do anything you can to be supportive of the channel. I would appreciate it. I love you guys for sticking with me through this transition, because I still am in this transition, but things are looking up. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to act and behave better, and I'm able to do these videos again. So thanks again. There is definitely more to come, because I am kind of stuck here on this planet for a while longer. So I will continue doing what I can. And thanks again for watching The Medium by Design.